It's LBI Region Report time, and here we are, Lori, getting into June, and I have seen so much, just growth, things warming up. It looks like, though I think that the April showers actually have been coming in May. In June this year.
Yeah,
but
we got our share.
Yeah, we have our share of that. But overall, though, it seems like a great start to the season. Things that we've got behind us already. We got into the season now. At this point, we can officially say calendar-wise that it is now summer.
It is. And we have certainly a taste of summer that's just ready to roar in with all our farmers markets. Southern Ocean County is really blessed when it comes to all the fresh produce and flowers and homemade specialties that we have on a weekly basis. And now is the time where it all starts up. So you bring a market bag and you can visit these locations throughout the week. Again, the farmers markets, this is part of the Garden State Jersey Fresh campaigns to get everybody to support our local agriculture, as well as local artisans and bakers and distilleries and wineries. Whether you're looking for farm fresh vegetables, homemade treats, handcrafted items, it's just a really great experience for residents and visitors alike all throughout the summer into the fall to support these local farmers markets. So, of course, starting with Monday, beginning June 23rd, going to August 25th, the Surf City Firehouse hosts the Surf City Farmers Market. That is at 713 Long Beach Boulevard, and that takes place 8 a.m. to noon on Monday. Then you have the Barnegat Farmers Market on Thursdays. That's already started. It started June 12th, and it goes until October 9th, and that is at 14 Birdsall Street, and that is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., and in addition to the flowers and the artisans and the fruits and the vegetables, there's food trucks and food to eat on site there as well. Then you have Lacey's Farmers Market. That's happening on Fridays. That's up and running and going until September 27th, and that's right at Lacey Road from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Lacey Road and the corner of Route 9. And then you have the Tuckerton Farmers Market at Tuckerton Seaport, and that's select Fridays. So you do have to check the schedule from 9 a.m. to noon, and that runs throughout November. So again, a great way to support local farmers and artisans while enjoying the best of the summer. And remember to check out locally owned markets, including Sassafras Hill Farm in Stafford, Viking Village, Fresh Fish Market in Barnegat Light, Murphy's Market in Beach Haven. A lot of great unique products to get there as well. So we certainly encourage everybody to fill their table up with all the great stuff that we have to offer. And excited that, as you said, the summer is off and running. It's always a good thing to start with something good to eat, right, Billy?
I think so, and I think the fact that we have so many farmers markets available within our community, there's an opportunity for each and every person to sample a little bit of that in their own community.
Yeah. So as we talk about the summer kicking into high gear, of course, we talk about what Long Beach Island is really known for, the beautiful homes, whether they're the vacation rentals, second homes, new residents moving in and out of Southern Ocean County. Sometimes you need that expert touch, and we have a specialist here this morning to talk all about cleaning and restoration. So we have Matthew Wiederspahn. He is the sales specialist from Stretch Cleaning and Restoration on Long Beach Island, and they know a thing or two. They've been around for a very long time, and we're really excited to hear a little bit more about not only their business, but just what they're going to be doing throughout the summer. So good morning, Matthew.
Good morning.
So thank you so much for joining us. And of course, we all know Stretch Cleaning. Can you tell us a little bit more about the business and what you do?
Sure. We're a full service cleaning and restoration company. We specialize in water, mold, and fire mitigation. So the kind of emergencies that homes and businesses don't ever want to have to deal with, but we're always around when they do. We also offer carpet upholstery, window cleaning, house cleaning, pretty much all the things from routine maintenance to full-fledged disaster recovery, all as a truly local business.
So, being at the shore, people get a lot of things that they don't expect, especially if you're new to the area, right? If you're new to the area and you buy a home, and there could be mold, there could be damage from water. Tell us a little bit about what sets you apart from different restoration companies.
Well, what really sets us apart is that we're local. We live here, we work here. We understand the unique challenges that businesses and homes face in the LBI region. I had to say the podcast name one time. Uh,
Thanks.
yeah, just a shout out. No, but we understand the importance of the 10 to 12 week summer for local homeowners. So whether it's your family beach home or your rental, if water or mold fire damage happens, we know you're going to want to get back to it as soon as you
Hmm.
can. Our goal is to save as much as possible while being as minimally invasive to you as possible. So basically, we're very familiar with the tenant renter market. We're used to accommodating people's individual needs, but most importantly, we treat every home like it's our neighbor's home, because usually it is.
It is. And we have a lot of new neighbors, Matthew. I mean, there's a lot of people that are discovering Southern Ocean County for the first time, purchasing, whether they're retiring, moving down here, relocating down here. But like you said, emergencies happen. So what should somebody do if they have a water, fire, or even a mold emergency?
Well, call us immediately.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
in reality, no, timing is everything. It could be the difference between a small issue or a major repair. So just know we're available 24/7 and located pretty much in the middle of the island. So likely we're right down the road from you. For example, if you have water damage, typically we'll come out. Document the damage, which, by the way, is a very important step to do right.
Hmm.
We'll begin by extracting any standing water, setting up drying equipment, and if necessary, doing any kind of demolition required to expose the wet structure. And after everything is dry, usually we apply antimicrobials to protect the your home from mold growth, which is a very important step as well.
So, I mean, stretch cleaning has been a very established business for many years. I'm sure you've seen a lot. So, what would you say is some of your more memorable restorations?
Well, unfortunately, we're usually meeting people at not too great of a time.
Hmm.
So, I wish we were meeting under better circumstances, but LBI homes usually have generations of memories in them. So, there's often sentimental items. I remember there was one where we had gone to the restoration, and there was like height charts and painting for a
Mm.
child who had passed, and we did everything that we could to save them, and she was super grateful. So there's a lot of rewarding elements to this, but there's also silver lining ones. Actually, time capsules are way more common than you would think. For people who are listening, you may have pictures of your family in the drywall. We run into it way more than you would expect. A lot of times, we're pulling sheetrock, and then there's grandma and grandpa.
Oh, that's funny. That's
Yeah,
funny.
we
Yeah.
do like to, yeah, so if we run into stuff like that, we like to share it with the homeowner as sort of like a way to, put a little cheer in the environment. But we've also run into like antique items. Crawl spaces can be a treasure trove,
Mm,
actually. We think we found what was it? Like cough syrup bottles from like 1904. A lot
that's
of
great.
times paneling behind like the paneling, there's wallpaper from like 1920. So cool little stuff like that. One time we found a we were in a crawl space, and it was a tractor tire, a big tractor tires that couldn't have been put down there after the fact. So the entire house was built
Built
on,
around this tire.
yeah. And this, we didn't know what was going on, but that was fun. Either way, we were working around that, and it was just kind of a unique little thing.
It was wild times on the beach back in the
I
day.
guess so. Yeah.
They probably thought it would be good insulation, right? It's some
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
tradition that maybe that
right. Support.
don't mind the tire. But that's fantastic. I mean, the fact that you takes the time to care, to connect, really treat. I mean, you can't underestimate the value of the home and the property that people have, especially if it's multi-generational. And even if it's brand new, even if it's something that you've only spent a few summers at, that is a happy place. That's a place where people, want to come to. And to your point, get whatever needs to be done as quickly as possible, so they can resume the good times, the good memories that they had planned there for the season. But
Yeah, that's your baby.
yeah, it's a big thing. So a common misconception that people have about hiring restoration services, what do you get the most say pushback for?
Mm, well, the biggest misconception is that you don't have a choice. A
Mm,
lot of people think that you need to go with whoever your insurance company suggests, but that's
hmm
not true. You can always choose your own restoration company, and we just want people to know that Stretch is a trusted professional and local option. While we work with all insurance companies, we're not affiliated with any of them,
hmm
unlike other restoration companies. And it's important because we're hired by the homeowner and we work for the homeowner with the homeowner's best interests in mind, so that
hmm
in the end, our clients get the most of what they're entitled to.
And I'm sure, like you said, people will really appreciate the quick turnaround time, whether it is the paperwork needed, the cleanup needed, if the people want to be up and operating as quickly as possible. So to have a trusted source to do that, somebody knowledgeable in the field that understands the local, environment is key to that. So there's no missteps. What is important about hiring a certified restoration company?
Well, restoration work is technical and highly regulated.
hmm
We're all IICRC certified across multiple disciplines, which means our team meets the highest industry standards. Basically, our certifications just ensure that our team uses the latest techniques and equipment safely and effectively, because when you're dealing with things like water and mold, improper handling can often make things worse. And we take pride in doing the right thing the first time. So I like to say this a lot. Adjusters want to justify.
hmm
A person with the 9 to 5 just doesn't want to get yelled at by their boss. I certainly don't.
Right.
Uh,
Who
Sometimes they get a bad
does? Who
right.
does?
You know, sometimes they get a bad rep for, wanting to chisel you down. But the truth is, as long as you have the proper documentation to justify, for them to be able to justify everything to their higher ups, you're usually going to get everything you're entitled to. So,
Mhm.
to my point, you're likely not going to have that knowledge and experience with a non-certified restorer, and making the process go as smoothly as possible with the proper documentation is just something that we're particularly good at.
Mm. And important to know. So I know that stretch cleaning has been involved in many different community outreach projects. What do you do that you like to stay involved? What are some of the things that you feel are important about staying involved in our community?
Right. Well, we're part of the fabric of the island, whether it's supporting local events, working with small businesses, or just being available to our neighbors when they need us. We're proud members of the chamber. We make it a point to give back to the community that supports us. We like to help out local schools, charities, organizations like the Maritime Museum,
hmm
LBI Museum, the Maristella Surflight knows us.
Our
Uh,
true
th-
assets, our true assets
yeah,
for sure.
which we love, which we love.
hmm
Um, David's Dream and Believe, which who they had a lovely event recently, actually. And Kiwanis Club, you might actually catch me at your local business selling their 50/50 raffles. They're trying to raise $200,000 and it goes towards a good cause that helps out kids. So, if you see me,
Fantastic.
you might run into me. And
There you go. There you go. We'll see him. We'll see him with his. You know what? And we appreciate you doing that because community volunteers are really the heart and soul of our area, and it's not time is not what it once was, right? I mean, people have very busy schedules, as I'm sure you do. So to take time out to help all these groups and to fundraise on behalf of them, that is somebody special, Matthew. So we're really proud of everything that you and Stretch are doing.
you guys as well.
So we need to tell people how to get in touch with you because they'll never know when they need their services next. Or maybe they're, again, moving into the area, relocating, and they want to establish like a cleaning service or a once-over, whatever it is that they might need. What's the best way for them to get reached to you besides visit lbiregion.com?
Right. Well, they can reach us anytime at 609-361-2400. Email us at lbi@stretchcleaning.com or visit us at stretchcleaning.com. But we're also right here in Brant Beach, so stop by and say hi. I'd love to see if people listening to the podcast would do that. So
Yeah, give them a honk. Give them
feel
a honk.
free.
They're right on the boulevard. Just give them a little honk. But again, Matthew, thank you so much. We wish you and your team a successful summer, and hoping that everything goes smoothly, and everybody has just a fantastic 4th of July.
Appreciate it, and thank you for having me.
And we also want to remind everybody, July 21st at Manahawkin Lake Park, in partnership with Stafford Township, the Southern Ocean County Chamber of Commerce is hosting a home dock and garden show. This is in conjunction with a great concert that's taking place. And this is Monday, July 21st. There is a rain date, but we won't talk about that yet. We'll just plan on Monday, July 21st, beginning at 4 p.m. at the Manahawkin Lake Park. If there is still limited space available for vendors, if they're interested, setup begins at 3 p.m. The event runs from 4 to 6:30. The concert, which is going to be an unforgettable performance by Epic Soul, begins at 7. And merchants are welcome to remain set up during the performance. So again, if you're a business that you provide expert advice about the latest trends in home, marine, and garden care, residents and second homeowners certainly can find solutions tailored to their needs. So certainly come down, check out the event, talk to some local businesses, and enjoy a concert. And everything's free, by the way. So it's a free night out, Monday in July by the lake, and it's always a great time down there.
Yeah, I think that just goes to what I was saying. Not only are there some good bites to eat in our area, but there's also great entertainment as well in our area.
So we'll see what else is going on the calendar. Of course, if you go to visit lbiregion.com, we have a complete community calendar and everything that we could possibly want happening. But we do have a really great platforms that we use to maximize chamber member businesses. Of course, our podcast here, our radio show, which we're into our 13th year.
Yeah.
So real excited about continuing. But we do have Visit LBI Region webpage. We have the at LBI Region on Facebook and Instagram. And we have Southern Ocean Chamber on Facebook and Instagram, as well as other platforms. But those are where the majority of the following is. So you could always check up with the showcases that we do daily. And of course, if you're looking for a job, we have the Southern Ocean Job Ops, which is a Facebook group that really positions people looking for seasonal, part-time, full-time careers. Mm-hmm. And a great way, again, for you to connect with local businesses that are hiring at the moment. Because we are looking to build a stronger workforce, and this is some key initiatives that the Southern Ocean Chamber Association is doing, we want to remind people that the Ocean County Career Center is committed to helping businesses thrive through workforce development And they want to make hiring easier and certainly more cost effective. So if you are looking for talent or if you are looking for a job, there are strategic partnerships in place, career building resources, and tailored business support right here in Ocean County. One of the standout programs available is on-the-job training, which provides employers up to 50% wage reimbursement, up to $10,000 per employee while training new hires. This initiative is a great fit for small businesses aiming to really skill up employees while managing onboarding expenses. There's a federal bonding program. The hiring individuals with limited credit or prior convictions can pose challenges, but there is a federal bonding program to help mitigate risks, and that is all available as well through the county and the state. And then we have the work opportunity tax credit, which is really businesses looking to hire from target groups facing employment barriers, veterans, SNAP recipients, individuals with disabilities can all benefit from this program. So we certainly recommend everyone, you can go right on, visit lbiregion.com and read the full article with all the links, again, with paperwork for whether you're a business or links, whether you're a potential employee. And we want to make sure that we're connecting everybody. It's the start of the season, but we're thinking, again, well past summer into the fall, into the holidays, making sure that we have the team paired up with what the businesses need to move forward. So excited about that.
Absolutely. So with this, I've heard people say, oh, I don't know what jobs are out there. I don't know where to find something. I don't know where to find work. And yeah, believe it or not, with the age of the internet, people have actually said these words to me. And it's like, well, have you looked at the job ops page?
Yeah.
Have you looked at the career development that's available for free in this area? So that's really good. One of the other things that is great, about summertime in our area. I mean, there's great entertainment year round, but there are some great shows coming up this summer. I mean, right now at Surflight we have their 9 to 5. Were you a fan of the movie with Dolly?
Listen, I'm a kid of the 80s, so yeah, I think that was a very big deal. And of course, I was a fan of the movie and a fan of the show. And in addition to that, Surflight has children's programs, and they just started bringing back character breakfasts. If you haven't been to the OC Market in Beach Haven, they do a fantastic job no matter whether you want catered, dining in. They always have, like 4th of July is coming up, they'll have a clam bake. Fantastic ideas to go there. But they partnered with Surflight to bring back character breakfasts that were at Morrison's all those years ago. And as you know, the OC Market is on the site where Morrison's was, so it's a perfect thing to bring things full circle. And we're real excited if you have children, grandchildren, if you're visiting, or even if you live in the area and you want to do something special, those character breakfasts with, again, Snow White, Cinderella, Peter Pan, all your favorites are there. So again, you can go to surflight.org, or you can go to visit lbiregion.com. As you mentioned, there's some great programs, also Stack.
Yeah, Neil Diamond, Sweet Caroline's coming up in July.
Yeah. So we have that, and Albert Music Hall always puts on a great event on Saturday. If you really want folk music and just some down-home music with local talented artists, you can't beat that. It's very reasonable to get in, and you have a whole night full of music every Saturday.
Do you like the blues?
Of course I like the blues.
I'm not sure if you caught wind of the fact that Lizzie Rose Music Room is actually doing blues shows all through the month of July. I think it's 6 shows throughout the month of July with some really big names in the blues music, we'll see, scene, whatever you want to call it. And keep in mind, these are nonprofit venues. So whether it be Surflight, the Stack, Albert Music Hall, Lizzie Rose, these are local nonprofit venues that, they survive on attendance at their shows. But yeah, it's really exciting. I was looking over the roster. It's just a powerhouse of blues, 6 shows throughout the month of July. So check out their website, Lizzie Rose Music Room.
Yeah, they're a fantastic venue and really great people that run it. So we want to also, before we sign off, there's a few other things that we want to talk about. The second annual baby shower, donations are needed. We do have Recovery Services is hosting a baby shower on July 19th for moms enrolled in their MORE project. And you can email to find out more information, but drop-offs are going on through June 28th. So there's still time. They're looking for things like diapers, bottles, wipes, crib bedding. If you have a new or slightly used baby monitors, car seats, strollers, rocking chairs, they're looking for all of that. You can contact Megan or you can contact Amy. And again, they can be reached at 848-480-0910. This is something that is so important, again, to helping our community thrive and making sure that our neighbors have what they need. So if anybody has any of those donations, would like to buy new or perhaps donate something that they've slightly used, they'd be more than happy to take that. And again, they're accepting donations through the end of this month. And we want to sign off just by protecting not only residents but also business against the DMV smishing scams.
Fishing.
Smishing.
Oh, smishing.
Smishing, because they're SMSing. Continued support, of course, we're very proud of our strategic partnership with the New Jersey Office of Homeland Security and Preparedness. They are aimed at enhancing security awareness, resilience through not just businesses, but for the individuals as well. We've had almost a decade-long collaboration with them. And of course, whenever they send out something, we like to share it. Recently, the New Jersey Cybersecurity Integration Cell has issued an alert warning against fraudulent SMS phishing. That's where the smishing comes from. That's your text scam targeting New Jersey residents. The scam impersonates the Department of Motor Vehicles. It could be New Jersey. It could be any state. I've gotten them from Texas. I've gotten them from Alabama. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you were there or not. They're going to try to target just on that offset chance that you might have been there. The scam impersonates any DMV, falsely claiming that recipients have outstanding traffic tickets due by a certain date. The message threatens suspension of vehicle registration and driving privileges, increased toll booth charges, and a negative impact on credit scores if a payment is not made. So the scammers craft these deceptive messages. They use URLs with terms like EasyPass, NJ, or .gov to appear legitimate. Instead of allowing a direct interaction with the embedded link, the message then instructs recipients to apply with a yes, reopen the message, and then they lure victims into visiting fraudulent websites to steal personal information, financial details, or account credentials. So similar scams have really been seen impersonating EasyPass about tolls and late fees. So please know that the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission and most motor vehicle commissions would not be sending these text messages to remind residents about scheduled appointments. So do not respond to any unsolicited message, no matter how alarmed you may be by getting it. So that is just, we want to make sure that it's out. There's more information, again, on visitlbiregion.com, and you can certainly find all the details about everything discussed today, the full calendar of events, the full business directory to help you plan for a smashing 4th of July weekend. All of that's coming up. And again, thank you so much for following what Southern Ocean County Chamber has been working so hard on doing all year, and we look forward to talking to you next week.
All right, and look for our show wherever you find podcasts.